Notice how hard it might be to actually see the highway behind me because visibility is a huge problem right now. There is significantly less smoke than we saw just 30 minutes ago. Now you can hopefully see all three of those fire ladders. Now this fire is believed to have started in the Rainbow Laundromat directly behind me. Unfortunately, it has spread to the rest of the building. This happened when deputies were called out for a welfare check. As you can see this morning, the road is still closed off and you can't quite see it from here, but just over that hill, still an extremely active scene. This is what's left of that home here off the 1800 block in Grand Avenue. That garage door completely gone now, not from the flames, but because firefighters had to break through that to tackle those flames from the inside. Police believe that the semi-tractor trailer truck came from behind me from Highway 29 and made its way all the way over here, hitting this house and eventually sliding into a second. Officers say every day that passes here at Oxford Prison becomes that much harder for them to come to work every day. Jeff, this spot behind me is one of the most popular spots for whitewater rafters, but with this drawdown, you likely won't be seeing any out here this summer, and that's because there's not going to be any water here. With a little more than 2 weeks left before the election, Governor Scott Walker makes a stop in La Crosse this weekend. They're completely preventing any cars from getting through, and let me show you how close this tree got to the house on the opposite side of the street. It's laying down over some power wires there, just a few feet from that home. This is new this morning here at Stevens Point District 4. They've already got the lights on and a couple more signs out as well. Now that's probably true for several polling locations across the country. The BBB says taking these steps can be crucial to maintaining a good business reputation, and the BBB also telling business owners, if you remember one thing, remember this: when in doubt, don't send it out. Dangerous heat is threatening nearly 10 million Americans in the West. The threat comes as a massive wildfire burns in Arizona, and now California's largest power company has cut power to its customers due to that extreme fire risk. Overnight flooding caused issues on roads across central Wisconsin Thursday.
We've seen the water up, but this is the highest I've ever seen it.
Early in the morning, this bridge on Highway 153 near Elderon was blocked off in both directions as several inches of water overwhelmed the road. The Marathon County Highway Department, however, not expecting any lasting damage.
With the forecast, a little bit of drizzle today, and then the weekend's supposed to be nice. I think everything will drain out and we should be okay.
Business 51 was closed in Rothschild due to high water near Military Road.
We have a couple spots where there's high water signs up. Be careful of them.
But on county roads, several culverts washed out, including one near Roselleville. Crews plan to fix this one next week. But it's not just travelers dealing with the fallout. If you were hoping for a walk in the park on Thursday, all you'd really be getting is a front row seat to watch this flooding. Overflow again from the Wisconsin River turned D.C. Evers Park into the perfect hangout for a few mallard ducks and a peaceful spot for this robin. In Oak Island Park, a pitcher's mound was nearly the only spot not underwater. A rare sighting even during a flood. No injuries were reported, and for people like Bob, it could have been worse.
No, I kind of like it. It makes it a little bit more interesting.
Reporting in Marathon County, Emily Boyer, News Channel 7.
But when you got worries at home, wondering how you're going to pay for bills, take care of your family, it's only human that transfers when you come inside working in these walls.
Tim Vigut and Mel Klitsky are among the 800,000 federal employees going without pay during the partial government shutdown.
Right now, I'm surviving, but if I miss another paycheck, I don't know what I'm going to do yet.
But the government shutdown is just the latest in a series of federal mandates that have made working at the prison difficult.
We have augmentation, we're short-staffed, and now the fact of not getting paid. It creates a real morale problem in the institution.
Klitsky says he spent hours on the phone trying to work out his financial situation. The government has provided them with no way to access their earned income, and he says he's encountered creditors that don't even know the shutdown is happening. He and Vigut hope that by speaking out, the public will speak up.
If not everybody knows about it, then people aren't calling congressmen to explain the situation and help us out.
Federal workers at Oxford Prison say they've been told it's a complicated issue, but for them, it's simple.
Federal workers shouldn't be held as pawns to get this government shut down one way or the other. It doesn't matter what side you're on.
Reporting in Adams County, Emily Boyer, News Channel 7.
So now we're here in her honor and in honor of every man and woman who's ever served.
A son, Troy Hanatsky, honors his mother every year at Thanksgiving by doing what she did on her last one, spending the holiday cooking and serving meals to veterans. Russell Peterson was there on that very day.
First time that I came here, it was, just so remarkable, and shaking hands with all the veterans and, giving them hugs, and it put a tear in my eye.
Russell and his family have been coming to the Freedom Feast for as long as it's been going. Today, he and others celebrated a decade of feasts.
We always come here every year. It's really nice. We appreciate that. All our veterans appreciate this, yes.
Marilyn Ross comes with her husband, Carol. He's a Navy veteran, and he's also suffering in the early stages of dementia.
He has trouble remembering names and language. He's losing his language, but I still like to have him involved in social life.
But Marilyn knew what he would have wanted to say.
He was always very proud of being in the Navy, and he was on the big aircraft carrier, USS Hancock, and he launched all those screaming jets. That's where he lost his hearing.
Marilyn continues to bring her husband. She refuses to let his disease prevent her from allowing her husband to be honored for his service. We didn't ask if Troy knows Marilyn and Carol Ross, but Troy says he treasures every story he's heard during these 10 years of the Freedom Feast.
It's camaraderie, it's professionalism, it's honor, and it's the same. So it doesn't matter who it is, the story's the same. I get choked up talking about it now.
It seems like, though, Troy takes after his mother, refusing any credit for what he does every year at Thanksgiving and never making it about him.
You have a lot of great staff behind me that there's no way I could do this myself without them.
Reporting in Portage County, Emily Boyer, News Channel 7.